Hey, what is up you guys, you Pixeled here, and welcome to another speed build video on the channel, and geez, that feels really good to say. It's been about a month, maybe a month and a half, heck, it might be even 2 months since I last uploaded a an actual speed build, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because usually I upload speed builds every single Wednesday, but for the past, I'm gonna guess, month and a half, maybe 2 months, I have not done that. And it's just, I don't know. Every time I would sit down at my desk and I would, start the game and I would start building something, I would get maybe an hour into the build and I would just hate the build. I would just hate what I'm working on, and I would scrap it and I would start over again, and then I would hate that and I would scrap it and I would start over again. And by the time I check my calendar, it's Wednesday and I don't have a speed build for that day, so I just wouldn't upload anything. And then that cycle would repeat itself where I start building something and I hate it, so I don't post anything, and then I would feel really guilty because I haven't been uploading anything for Wednesdays, which is speed build days. So I tried doing a 10-minute build challenge, I think, and I posted that, and that was actually pretty fun. But I have not been uploading speed builds, and it's just every single time I would start building something, I just wouldn't vibe with it. Like, I would get far into it, like maybe an hour and a half of work. So, pretty much I've done the shell, I've done some of the interior, and I would just hate it. I would just hate it. I would just not like it. I wouldn't want to upload it, and I don't know. I've been struggling with my builds for the past like 2 months, where anything that I build I just despised. So, I pretty much stuck to doing room builds for a bit, but I did miss a lot, and I do mean a lot of upload days, and I don't know. I feel like if you're a person who builds a lot in The Sims, you know exactly how I feel. Like, sometimes you build something and you just don't vibe with it, so you just don't. You scrap it. You scrap it. And that's how I've been feeling these past few weeks, months, I guess. But then I started building this, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was feeling that itch to scrap it because I wasn't fully vibing with it. I did the shell, I chose the exterior colors, like the bricks and everything. And I was even, as you can see here, putting plants down, and I kept working on it because I did not want to scrap it. I just kept working on it and working on it and working on it, and eventually, I finished, and I really liked it. So I was really happy about that because, no joke, any single time I would sit down to record a speed build, I would just scrap the build. I don't know. I was going through it. I was going through it. I would not like anything that I worked on, and that was really annoying because I was trying to make a bar for the horse ranch world, and I got maybe 2 hours into it. I spent 2 hours of my life working on it, and I hated it, so I scrapped it. And then I worked on an apartment building. I hated it, scrapped it. Then I worked on a restaurant because I wanted to build a romantic restaurant so my Sims from my LPs could go and visit. I hated it, and I scrapped it. And then I tried working on a rooftop bar in San Myshuno. I hated it, and I scrapped it. I scrapped so many builds because for some reason... Oop. Did you guys hear that? Sorry, I was trying to plug in my PlayStation 5 controller to its charger, and it just slipped out of my hand and hit the ground really hard. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I've been working on things and then just scrapping them, and just... I keep getting ideas of things that I want to work on, and then I just scrap them. And then now it's October. I want to build something for Halloween, and I just don't know what. I don't want to do anything based on a horror movie or horror TV show because I know that SAG-AFTRA is still on strike, and I don't I don't want to promote movies or anything like that. I just, I want to build something on my own, even though I was planning on building something based on a TV show I like, but I'm not going to do that because, the actors are on strike and I do stand in solidarity with the actors and everything. So I don't want to, do anything based on a movie or a TV show. So I think I'm just going to do my own thing, but I just don't know what yet. I was thinking of building a cemetery because that could be cool and I've never done that. So I might do a cemetery. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have to get ideas. I have to get ideas that aren't based on movies or TV shows. But you know what? Why don't we talk about the build for a bit since we're 5 minutes into this voiceover and I feel like I've barely talked about the build. This build is kind of my attempt at building a small Victorian home. I don't know if you would really categorize this as a Victorian home, but the vibes that I was trying to go for is that this house was definitely built years and years and years ago. The layout I did is very closed concept. There's hallways, there's lots of doors, everything is pretty much closed in. This isn't an open concept house because I feel like open concept houses are more of a modern thing. So yeah, this house was definitely something that was built many years ago, and that's kind of like the vibe that I was trying to go for. And, honestly, the vibe that I was trying to go for is Victorian, but I don't know if this house gives off those vibes. I hope it does because, that's what I was going for. But yeah, I was trying to build something that seems like it was built years ago. And I was trying to also use things that I don't normally use. I was trying to branch out a little bit. Like that sofa there, I don't remember ever using it. The wallpaper in this house, I don't think I've ever used. The hardwood floors, I don't think I've ever used those hardwood floors before. So this house was definitely me branching out and using different things that I don't normally use, which was kind of like a struggle because usually I feel like I build modern Suburbans. So, building something like this was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I think that actually helped a bit with me liking this build a little bit more. Because it exists. It's still here. It hasn't been scrapped. So that means I liked it. So yeah, it was actually pretty fun branching out and using different objects that I don't normally use and trying new things. I really, really, really like this build. Especially in the second floor, there is a bedroom that I really, really like. I think it's so cute and it feels very airy, if that makes sense. Like, it's very sunny in there. I would imagine that in the mornings the sun just shines right through the windows and it feels very magical and very bright and airy. And I really like this house. I really, really like this house, especially the yard. I think the yard is really, really cute. It has like a white picket fence around it. It's definitely a vibe. And this house is 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So both bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms, and then there is a bathroom in the hallway for like guests. So yeah, 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. For a small house, that's a lot. That is a lot. I definitely feel like if you look at this house from the outside, you would never guess that it has 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. You would probably guess that it has less. I don't know. It seems like a weird choice, I feel like usually houses have more bedrooms than bathrooms. But you know what? I had the space for 3 bathrooms, so I thought it was a good choice. And I liked it. It's a really, really, really nice house, if I do say so myself. Now, this is the bedroom that I really, really like. I really, really like this bedroom. I think it's so cute. I love what I do to it. I add a little bit of clutter, but not so much clutter. I think this bedroom is really, really cute. I think this bedroom is definitely better than the other one. Just gonna put that out there. This bedroom here is definitely better than the other one. It's cute. And it also has the biggest bathroom in the house. So yeah, if you want a bedroom that looks nice and has the biggest bathroom in the house, this is the bedroom for you. So I guess you could call this the primary bedroom since it's the best bedroom and the bedroom with the biggest bathroom. I guess you would call it the primary bedroom, which I think it's the new correct term, right? Primary bedroom. I recently learned that master bedroom could sort of be offensive because of the history behind that name. So I've been trying to condition myself to no longer use that term and just use primary bedroom. Because, I don't want to offend anybody. And, it's important to educate yourself on different things. So now I just say primary bedroom. But I think that's the correct term, right? Primary bedroom when you're talking about that? Yeah, I think so. Primary bedroom, right? I think so. So I'm just going to continue saying primary bedroom. But yeah, definitely this room is the best bedroom in the house. I fucking love it. I would love this bedroom. It honestly feels like the bedroom that one of those TikTok girlies would have, where they just have everything in their house that matches like the same aesthetic and it looks really, really cute. I would imagine that one of those girls would have that bedroom. It's just the plants, the furnishings, the vibes. They're just there and I love it. Oh, as you can see there, I used wall lights, which is something that I literally never do because I think they are out of style and kind of ugly. I pretty much only ever use wall lights for the exterior of houses, but never for the interior. But I thought, you know what, this wall here is empty and this house is supposed to be older, so I thought wall lights made sense there. And I mean, it's just in one corner of the house. I didn't fill this house up with wall lights or anything. It's just one corner. And I think it looked good. I think. I guess. I don't know. I don't really love wall lights. I don't know. I think they clutter up the wall space and they just look so old and antique. Like you could definitely tell that people used to use wall lights back in the day, but not anymore. Not anymore. So I don't like using them. I don't like using them. But I used them here, which was fun. And I'm going to try to push myself to use them a little bit more often. Because I feel like if you use them correctly, if you use them right, you could definitely make something out of them and make it look really, really good. And I also do want to branch out and build more older homes like this one. That's definitely something I want to do. So I feel like I'm definitely going to have to use more wall lights anyways. Which I believe they're called sconces, right? Isn't that what they're called? Sconces? Are they called that? I'm gonna have to Google this because I'm not trying to make myself seem like an idiot. I think they're called sconces, right? How the fuck do you spell sconces? Sconce light? Yeah, okay. Wall sconces. Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Um, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sconce. Sconce? Sconce. Sconce. Am I pronouncing that right? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I don't fully love them, but I'm going to try to force myself to use them more often because I feel like I could probably definitely make them work when it comes to older builds. And I definitely do want to build more older houses, especially in this neighborhood. I want to build more older houses. And I don't know, I just want to make this neighborhood look really, really nice. And, force myself a little bit out of my comfort zone. Oh, and you guys know how a lot of people, when they have a lot of space in their Sims backyard, they usually build a pool or something, right? I feel like my thing is going to be building greenhouses. I don't know, I love the vibe of a greenhouse. They're so cute, and I love putting all the plants inside and just making it look alive. I just love doing that. So I feel like anytime I have space in the backyard of one of my Sims houses, I'm either going to build a pool or a greenhouse, but I think I'm leaning towards a greenhouse more. I don't know. It's so cute and putting all the plants and everything, even though it's a little bit time consuming. It's fun, it's cute, and I think it just makes the backyard look a little bit more alive rather than a flat pool. So I don't know. I like the greenhouse. And also, I feel like for this house, which is an older build, a pool wouldn't have made sense. So I feel like a greenhouse definitely made sense. I don't know. I kind of envision a grandma living here or a person who just loves older houses and loves gardening as well. So, you know, I really like this build. I really, really like this build, which makes me happy because, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I was pretty much scrapping everything that I worked on because I hated everything. But this is definitely something I like and I'm proud of it. So I hope you guys like it as well. Oh, and by the way, I feel like this is totally off topic, but my best friend is away on her vacation, so I have no one to vent to. But this morning, I woke up startled, scared. I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack, and it's because the fire alarms went off. And that is fucking terrifying. Being woken up by a fire alarm, that shit is scary. And it's because last Friday, our fire alarm started going off saying battery low, and it started beeping. And it kept saying battery low, beep, battery low, beep. So we had to call our building's maintenance, and they took down the fire alarm, and they tried replacing it with a newer one, but the hole on the ceiling wasn't big enough. So they said, you know what, we'll replace it on Monday. And we said, okay. So we went the entire weekend without a fire alarm in the hallway. Monday came and the building maintenance never showed up. So today, which is Tuesday, I guess they decided early in the morning to come over and fix the fire alarm while I was sleeping. So they installed the new fire alarm, and I guess they needed to test it, so they pressed the button that made it go off. And the crazy thing is about my building is if one fire alarm goes off, all the fire alarms in the apartment go off at the same time. So all the fire alarms were going off, and I was asleep. I was dead asleep, and being awoken up by a fire alarm is scary. It's so scary. I woke up. I was like, what was going on? What's going on? What's going on? And then I remembered, okay, right, they're replacing it. Okay. And then I was able to like slump back down and close my eyes, but that was scary. But anyways, here we are at the screenshots. I hope you guys like this build because I had so much fun working on it, and I'm freaking happy that I finally built something without scrapping it. So I hope you guys really, really like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.